was on my Kwaba, Namaha, and for whom I said, Etee Nie Adwumadie so, Adom TV so. You're from a Dutch and Nanayo Asante Kai. Sir Dominic is here, boy, or my Henny Cobra Sante. AC or Henny, Sanko for Namajino Mataban, so Namadi Adwumadie, Ebro. And I have a parliament, State of the Nations about my penny, about the kind. Then, you have a deal whom come on here, shed the PM one, because you say Azuma Nelson of the minority, Lana Mercy of the vetting committee, Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak, Honorable Akwawa. Baby Aboko. Constituency in Sweden.
You go so, I wouldn't empire or an empire.
I think it's there from the 7th to say your call vetting committee. You have been one of the key people and workers in this particular parliament, you know, where Jumedia would have really helped. Senior, I was a member and go for baby na aka and Yabo Abaso and Yajumapa would the Yabo Ghana. President Ababe Kasa, the State of the Nation, the Wakaya, the Wuti, and the Wakano. The speech, you know, does it reflect the state of Ghana? Sedea Etee Nie.
Well, the kind I chair Etee na Adom was it said okay say they are from the 6th about all the way for GDS say a boy homebody and I said no woman yami me the be the make and say I say obia consensus be a edition be free so say o the MP ba on train my MP no can so money we open term now was the son the best na MP no say be wonyini so MP ni yini e wo parliament a ehun so bebre wo ho say ehun fa so bebre so e wo ho any said the working nyoma ye yina say be make say eh Portugal say ahon no bepe am for experience and anything na ama nyoma ne pi wo ho a wo hu say ahya ase enti e be hya ase na no tu say we say na e be ko enti o say e boy am modern say ye ne say me de with all humility, let me say, in the parliamentary way, I've been the longest serving member of the appointments committee. Me were my seniors were said the honorable chairman, honorable Barbie. Or Mokran or Montana committee no anche, said the Martinum Ache. And you know, definitely experience no said my young quadron so the opportunity came me so it's and one was a number pure why yet to me na answer na be a member State of the Nation. Mr. na ma can just in 2 minutes say Mr. Inuanum Parliament did my no say be crata at the home. And you number pure why a babana won't say the member says to an amount na bisa it's required. I didn't say AC, never church more. When you teach him, that's still when you're satisfied. I need a right. Anything about democratic dispensations, so that thing, or you make explain it. Won't you say, oh, there be when you mean you're agreeing? Yes, agreeing to disagree, and that's a part of the democratic dispensation. But I can't just a sort thing about the appointments committee. Your friend appointments committee. In the US, I'm offering a confirmation hearing. Yes. Sebio. I did women say a very controversial. Okay, I'm confronting us. But ya did some committee the two and say, yes, ye to host some coffee bar, no more failure, David, and you would and then the US, I'm offering a confirmation hearing. President, you know, a unipano, who Baby confirm. But your minimum constitutional requirements are also in the panel. Oh, yeah. Once a 1 year, no. The Akabiano, photographs are very subjective. Okay. Who watching me imagine. And I then also a 2 leg. You the actual process, no. Minimum also war. Okay. And the politics of it. Now, no. Ye over the years. What politics of it, no. Oversee the way now. Obi a problem. Okay. I mean, show baby kaka. In the US, we call senator 50-50. But so far, you've not heard. In the last 2 decades, in the last 5 decades, there had never been any rejection of a president nominee at the Congress. Even a Senate, opposition, nipa dudo esin abaying for nipa no. They've never rejected anybody. We need to find out why. Sana ne okwa omo ye 50-50. Omo attorney general. Emi say no answer then omo two. No so aba. 20 of the Republicans voted with the Democrats. So omo confirm no. So when you are 70 over 100. It tells you something. Appointment committee jumano. Menim obi a wo count to nkofo adwen say whether committee no and I also a minority no. We have what it takes to reject somebody. It is not true.
But one troll letter be ama bontin report be ama and our recommendation be ama say nipa kuo bi say omuba mo enim no na mo susu say won hu nsem bi anase answers bi amo bi say amo nyamfa amanti anka yantwentwen so recommendation be basa
David when you say committee no mo share we are mo take a decision.
Yes.
Interestingly, this time no parliament are breaking. And now the parliament are breaking no. And ye na yetna at the very beginning say yam veti may take a decision unto say parliament ever be. It was a collective decision and they take it. And the interesting answer ye veti.
Yes.
And the veti ministers of state we no. Now they take a decision on ministers na and they started with ministers. And for example, you minority, you got tenacity. You hear nipa 29 na you veti no. Then take a decision. You be jaina ye na ya ko floor no so. You ko committee no be action Adriana and you kwa normally the and say either say beko as a block and answer beko as individuals. And you kwa individuals are chairman we also oh Muntaka. Let me say approve. Na bia that thing was I don't approve.
Yes.
Na yako ne who say oh nipa do say omo pe we must say omo pe entino automatically nipa no is going by majority. For whatever reason this time side no.
Yes.
Unanimously agree say yenko as a block. May yenko ho na yenko yi enim sebio Muntaka na MP that thing asem. Yeko as a block na as a minority ye na no. Ye can asim pite we dey ye no ye wo report na tromu say we disagree say mo nye minister
but say bia wo mpani panasem na emom na djuma ye na questions ahodo amobisa na me or the buy
ye believe say nipa no won't call by majority na into no so aba on the floor.
Okay.
And that was what we agreed. Into a buy, you know. Into agreement. Into yes, this is the first rule. Say, you go as individual, you go as a block. You be and we and I say, okay. Into Bianca, Nipa, you have 29. No. Nipa would do say, oh dear, oh problem. Into you know, tinting because Ubia will issue with about one person or the other. Either said, dear, question, and answer, Bia, would you say, answer any. Yeah, no. To cut long story short, you better settle on Nipa men. I say, Nipa men say we there. Young court with majority. Okay. That's the minority.
Yes.
And a Nipa numui. You prefer them better particulars.
Okay.
And the committee near court, there's a chairman. No. April also say, you better or more information about you better transfer. So when a chairman is sitting to one day, will be taking decision, and there you better almost one by majority. And this is I know that you're communicating with a chairman.
Okay.
Say, yeah, minority I work committee. No, yeah, no, you perceive take a decision in block. You perceive a bako. Say, Muntaka, would there any day? No, Makaruna, no, a block, there be and penisa. And your leader, I am minority leader. One be communicating with a chairman. And you're going to communicate with a chairman. And a chairman so free majority for no. The minority for no, and the Abeni. Also saying, they anyhow, you name the or more agree. Or mobile no say okay, or map and say Nipa 5 na you can say prefer them better particulars. One be from na ye more issues are the person or more respond. And you trauma. And yes, say you are true to the public say. Say. As to how it goes out, and no me. Why na the ma eko to abontin say I see e wo committee na me because na ye wie ye djuma. Na as committee na ye wie ye djuma.
Okay.
And I say, Appointment committee, say end up 26 no. I can say that hene. Yene president nya adwe say Obama na minister. It will still remain a recommendation. Year 26 ni now. It will be a recommendation to the floor. And ye Sunday orders no. Oko kind order 172 no. It's very, very clear. Once I am building consensus, also you're too so.
Okay.
What mean 50%? What pass? Even when 26 of us are recommended, say, you're doing say, one cent fata. So, floor no, at toi, asa. And Mammy, can we? One of the biggest error I buy, and I say, you know, believe, say, we had what it takes. Say, you bet me I reject you. We didn't have that. And our overflow no so can who say me 37 137 plus 1 and a 137 even on the floor we didn't have what it takes na you need sa number na because say you better the two be let's get that fact
but very because on the set now we need that number but we are able to work we're working in a very narrow path with the hope say ubenya depending from the other side. That was it. Which you did on the 6th.
On the 6th. Yes. On the 6th, it was a speaker that was at stake. Speaker, no. There was an NDC speaker. There was an MPP candidate. Yeah. Sorry. An NDC candidate and an MPP candidate. And there was something seriously at stake for the NDC. Minister, no. Sebio. Say, your truth here could do upon Kurma. It doesn't mean that NDC was going to take it.
Yes.
But there was this fundamental problem. Me as chief whip, I communicated it on very clear terms. After 6th and 7th, sir, fracas. What kind of soldier for no buy? You know, be dinner, and then a tunum. You 23 of our members got COVID. Side, nipa 23 are COVID. Eba pome me no, I can say. Even with the COVID center. And the answer na ye chamber no. Me as whip, I've reported say, me for 5 ayare. They cannot be in the house. Okay. Bako will see any mame the next day. He cannot be in the house. The other ones so obiabo akwala won fie to am newu. And he had to rush back to his constituency. And he also not available. And I knew, say, that morning, no, I didn't have 7 of my members. And I communicated this. And whether we were still risking to go in for this battle. Because before I ever preno, we did the number. You were only hoping, say, from the other side, are you sure you are going to have enough numbers to be able to help you do this? That one is not something that I can conjure as a whip. Okay. And lastly, what was that in the minister? Look, Mr. Ganafo, let's not be pretenders. I am pretenders say we don't know ourselves. You bought that in the minister, and yet that in the above the minister. For I don't say Omudi and Abai. Was sorry for I don't say Omudi and Abai. Oma Omoko school. Omudi and Abai. We are journalists. Journalists for in and you start getting calls from everybody. Everywhere, yes. So be an MP. What may 4 years, it will fear. Or down 4 on the other side. Go and check parliament record. We have never brought an MP on the floor. Wafe leader. MP. Say Yetun Swaba as minister, our Wafe leader. Check. Anna 2, fa MP and back on the floor. I'm a 1 young croffer from the other side and Mano. Because of this relationship. And you go secret ballot. Debi America say secret ballot is a double-edged sword. A traha. And you do secret ballot. Chief Whip, your hands are tied. And he said, do damn pempens you have somebody like your own party communication director and as your officer, a babon team because with the MPs who ya upa, as I said, na omunim said this is the way amu pesa moko amu that way. But the question I want to ask is a party to say NDC a communicate extra members of the parliament the way the party wants you to go. I don't want to go into the merits and demerits of Sedea Etee. Every member of parliament swore an oath to uphold the constitution. And they be because I why are you saying this? Every member of parliament mandate overruns his party.
The mandate of every member of parliament
the interest of his party is above his party. Because you know why we are. You represent not only the NDC people in your constituency.
Everybody in your constituency.
You represent Ujinama Obia or constituency. And you know, party is just one leg. And you know, the only people Bia from Bia or party a suggestion. Because can you say the back ends with you as a member of parliament?
Yes.
You swore an oath, your own conscience, your own values. Yes, as a whip, one of the responsibilities is to try and get everybody to appreciate party positions, and to be able to factor it. Decision be or be taken. But the final decision is with every member.
But voting against those nominees, not a party decision. Party taking its decision.
And America said, I don't want to go into the merits and the demerits of Sir Nyamano. Because you see, the politics of our democratic dispensation will overrun our constitution. It will overrun our own values. It will overrun our oath. And to overrun our national interests. Into a bar, you have to put all this together. And you see, sometimes, Ms. Sheka, government say, Sebu, be a members of parliament. If you matter on more conscience, many did it, what they did, based on their conscience.
Yes, but the bar, it was more or less like say, I said, really, say, Yabab on Tiamba because it's Angro cool, say, yeah, somebody better and further particulars, Baba. Na HD who ya do go to abano. Yes, members NDC na sa kwa to amamu to the extent so we to 155 there.
American venture. Yeah, kwa na obi afra me say. Chief, I just want to get clarification. Entina asimesi brofo na o kan entina ye treatia na na. Unu se sa brofo na me so meka. Now, when you say me home to Professor Brap, when I make up premise, and me beat you know. Oh, but says me, you be to me, me so mean to me a minister now. Let me say, oh, there be party no, the deposition. Say. Do I need an end to tell me say you call Secretary or Sanapano or better? I'm a Sanapano.
Yabi.
Obi frame, Chief. What a list of ministers no matter those in the room. So my dream so ma o mon do so na no pese yi oba efrim aso we nya about mema ne oba then try to explain to come so okay Matthias but do it in this person ba secretary balota obetuetia oba no yeah. And I had 20 women on my side. I'm not saying say man na to to say me deny would you two cry to me so I will not be able to tell yes because a secret ballot but who should know my cause but me well for example, I'm the only minister I appointed in voter reason. Yes. And I have 17 Evers on my side. Can I guarantee say I'm a Uber floor on the soil? I can get all my 17 Evers to vote against him. No. Ambrose Derry is the only person appointed in Upper West. And probably the only Degati. Can I guarantee all the garbage on Mimi side say about one between in a secret ballot? No. Nitu, your concumba. I have 6 concumbers on my side. Can I guarantee says I need to back, but they need to go floor also. Meet me and all the concumbers say on between Look, there were so many dynamics. Look, I can tell you, candidates within NDC Ankasa. Almost every candidate has somebody to call us say, oh, wait there because of say. One more candidate back now. No, so but 28 in our candidate. Mohia some better reject one more candidate. No, another person's afraid. No, so Akabako. But 28, you know, at the end of the day, the caucus were under intense pressure. Because everybody wants to save somebody, but everybody wants some people to be sent to the slaughter. And I can bet, say, look, people are not really pleased, they are not happy. I can't challenge it.
Especially with the grassroots.
I'm not
from the ground.
I can't challenge how you should be happy about the Mimaye and I say Kokosunaye. But Mr. Let's be careful about raining insults on each other. Can say on the 6th and 7th?
Yes.
Say we are and on the 6th and 7th. But when we risk our life,
when you look at
the risk life, you know, one of my colleague, he's been one of the longest serving COVID patients in the ICU center because of what we did on 6 and 7. India anka we are anka ni yeni. Na yekoto abana say ebimo less than 30% of us. To the we are fan say ye na anye there. Must all of us be branded? It's been done. Is that fair? Look, yeah, better. Me you be catch I lost weight. Because when say you important, because that by 3:30, no sorry. I will read because me per se facts be a mania. And accurate.
He manifested at the vetting committee.
And I have to put my argument in a chronological order. Questions I may be saying. I was burning energy. And say if I wanted to sell my questions, why would I waste my time and energy to do that? And when I say, I'm going to negotiate. Now then about 1 hour, no be alcohol. But we sat and broke our back. I mean, members of the Coco will tell you, came the time when my mother was speaking at the Coco, he was almost in tears. That look, how can we treat each other this way? After all the energy but did we really have what it takes to do what people were expecting us? We didn't. You need the number no. Yeah, 150. And an MPP 125. We can say, oh, look, when MPP had 137 plus 1,
yes,
they had what it takes to produce a speaker. Comment to me. That's in it. Can you mean correct? One party, did they do to them what our people are doing to us? They registered their displeasure.
Yes, they did.
But they did not label and insult them the way we have been insulted. But you see, let me tell you, with the greatest of respect, nobody is better a party member than the other. Who are doing any different from me, Madrid? I have conscience, you have conscience, right? We have values. Even though you and I belong to NDC. That is the essence of democracy. So what we are doing? This is what we are doing. But do critical decision-taking point here. I have a lot more information. We need even a quarter of it.
But don't you also feel say party communicating in lines to members of parliament? Now members echo the otherwise. It goes back to say the members did not respect the party's position. Because you ride on the back of the party.
Everybody rode on the back of party.
Yes.
We are national executive, you rode on the back of the party.
Yes.
But remember, the member of parliament is not like a branch executive. He's not like a chairman, a constituency chairman, where his mandate is only within the party. The member of parliament has dual function: protect his party, have national interest, has other constituency interests. Until you put all of them on the table, you can't put one above the other. As a member of parliament, because you saw an oath. Where are you going now? That's it. You didn't saw any oath to come and sit there and do any interview with me. I did. That I hold of secrecy, hold of member of parliament, and in them, all of them, that I hold the constitution. And the constitution, Article 296 says, anytime taking a decision, I have to be fair and candid to the person that I'm taking the decision on.
And the honorable, meaning that nipa a free party the more issue statements, and I say a kasa wuzu say na no yes no. You think that they do so because they never had concrete information from parliament?
Well, I will not be able to tell. The Americans say, one, meaning say a bit more air can because they didn't have enough information. Two, a bit more so they don't even know what the rules are. Maybe lastly, I've sat on the appointment committee.
But because you say
I'm just building on it. Martin Adele becomes president. Okay. A president in 2013. President Mahama nominated Honorable Elizabeth of Osojari. She was heavily pregnant. Not when you ebe do time and ebe so so Roberta na wawo Anna. That time me government with call minority leader Honorable Chairman sir. Oh, you know by wawo say. Anna call meeting. Anna agree on health grounds. My man is not one check. And most of the year I be and your money on the back side, you know. You hear the CV, you hear say the minimum qualification, no, it made the constitution provision because no one MP. Yeah, into a buy, no. It was very brief. We can go and check the records. 9 years down the line, Adom TV came with the same situation, and we had to because we set a precedent. Yes, that was favorable, and coincidentally, this time, Honorable Elizabeth is sitting in there. Yes, and one of the guys said, "I benefited from it." Members, let's not argue, and there was no any argument. And the Adom TV should also go to that short vetting. The Americans say, let's not pretend say we'll never be in power again. Yes. And just say, who set a bad precedent, sir? It will come and haunt you. So it is going to be not based on law, not based on procedure. It is going to be only politics. Then that thing, I say, oh, Muntaka time or more opposition, no higher papa, and on that grounds, you know. Yes, we have. Yeah, man, yeah, minister. And maybe, may God forbid, that time, you know, they will not have this neck to neck. Yes. I now know it's possible, say, they may one day they wake up, then one party will be holding parliament and the other party will be holding the executive. And that time, you know, and yeah, about they have one to be able to sail through. Yes. It is purely decision they will take, and then you'll be on the receiving end. But then that time you'll be screaming for fairness, for just, for equity, not to be capricious. Then they will remind you how you have used it in the past. So we have been mindful of all those things. And you know, my party say, "One more no more airtime na." Made them say, "Nipa bebre nim the procedure and the essence of what we are doing."
But what can that xenophobia arrogant?
What's it?
What can xenophobia arrogant from the party issues we buy? You know?
This is the first time I'm talking about it. Maybe some people say, "Oh, I spoke on Zuria." Never. This is the first time I'm talking about this because I was very annoyed, and I didn't want to speak at a time of anger. Because that thing, I know a lot, and I know a lot of the things that happen. Nipa bebre nim. Minso and come because I said if I have to open up everything that happened, maybe people will be running for cover. But that's, I mean, you are a leader in a group. It's not every time that we know the way you want. It. I mean, that's what leadership is about. The state of the nation.
Yes, the state of the nation.
I mean, the president came. At the point, I thought I was listening to him. Now, me tell say we are rally ground. Anna or Gusu Boshe or Shebo. I get in it. Oh, you say, we say Beka. Na ye na ye hu se Ghana ehemfa na ye gina enti eka no eduru hi ejuma wo ka se obeye no why eduru hi the way wo ka se obeye no we eduru hi sen na yapom de esitie sen na esikasem esitie ye economy ne sen ye kuya ye etisen ye kuku etisen ba wo ha obaye no so me dina ka se wanka bi kura na meboa o kakakra bia na dia o di famu o kan dia o no dream say oba obeye. And I thought that I know it's meant for the budget. Because for example, under President a number of things that in my view and with a greater respect to him will have truth and will require a complete untrue, maybe to be more polite. What can I say during the vetting? The minister designated for health under oath. One no Australia Bisan said, okay, 88 hospitals now Mokase by the end of 2020. Mobesino. Most did was saying. Also Munyan CB. Okay, young fans be a wash as and a woman. And what did you saying? And a wash as was it Bakokra or Munyan Shas? Because more year evaluation day and day. But President Biden was 11 at various stages of completion. Who is
rich?
Sir President, or no, but I know that he was not under oath. wakan so wantua sika but minister ne de wonim say na or under oath or twan draw e dey say
honorable ye bedo ase your friend honorable Muntaka Mubarak ono MP for Adisha ewa sanwase ewo Asante Mantem ona ye ni twetwen komo ewo Sedea Etee Nie adwumade so your friend da hene na ya Asante me na me gine mu ade adwumade ebre wo Nyankopon ye adomo a ye woda sene